Thank you. General, congratulations on your nomination. The Marine Corps, in my views, for pound, the finest fighting force we've ever created, so let's just keep it that way. Is it true that ISIL is targeting military personnel and their families, calling for attacks against our military personnel and their families here at home?
Senator, I'm not aware that they've specifically targeted American citizens. I am aware that they have put information about American citizens on social media.
It's my understanding that they've urged people to come after our military personnel and their families, and are encouraging people here and abroad to do so. If the recruiters had been armed, do you think things would have been different?
Senator, I don't know.
I think they would have been, and here's the question I don't want to have ever again. I don't know. I mean the answer, because we got to know. So I think it would have mattered, and I know this is not your job unilaterally to decide. So it's now time, in my view, to get real with where we stand as a nation. They're coming after us here and everywhere else, and we better get ready to be able to defend our people. General Dunford said that he thought the greatest threat to America today was Russia, not radical Islam. Do you agree with that?
I agree with General Dunford that as a nation state, Russia is probably the greatest threat, but I believe that the greatest threat to the American people, because they say they want to kill us, is radical extremism.
Do you agree with me the greatest threat of all is a radical Islamic nation state with a nuclear weapon?
Any radical organization with a nuclear weapon is of great concern, Senator.
Do you agree with me that if Iran, do you believe Iran is a radical Islamic nation state?
I believe that Iran is a state that has involved itself in a number of nefarious activities which have created instability across the Middle East and other parts of the world.
Do you believe the Ayatollah really means it when he says death to America and death to Israel?
Senator, I've never spoken to the Ayatollah to ask him that question.
And I doubt if you will. But given all the behavior of Iran and their past activity, would it be smart to assume the worst when it came to the Ayatollah and not the best?
It would be my military advice to continue to watch them closely in everything they do and judge them on their actions and hold them accountable for those things that they do that violate international law and disrupt the stability of the region and the world.
Would you agree they're the primary destabilizing influence right now in the Mideast? They're supporting extremist organizations that have toppled 4 Arab capitals?
I believe that they are an extremely destabilizing force in the Middle East.
You agree with me Assad wouldn't last 15 minutes without Iranian and Hezbollah help?
Sir, I'm aware that the Iranians are supporting the Assad government. I don't know if their withdrawal, how long he would last or not last.
Well,
but
that's just, put it this way, they're Assad's main benefactor.
They are providing a great deal of support to him, yes, Senator.
Do you agree that the pro-American, pro-Western government in Yemen was toppled because of Iranian support for the Houthis?
I believe that the Houthis received a significant amount of support from Iran. To what degree that allowed them to topple that government, that would be conjecture on my part.
If Iran stopped supporting the Houthis, do you think we'd have a different outcome?
Senator, that would be speculative on my part. I've been to Yemen a couple times. The government they had was troubled, and they have a huge amount of tribal and factionalism in there. Right. Clearly, Iranian support to the Houthis facilitated their successful actions in Yemen to topple the Hadi government.
Do you agree that Hezbollah would have a hard time surviving without Iran?
They would certainly not have the same capability they have today.
So my point is, from a Marine Corps...
General, you're not answering the Senator's questions. Would you answer that question. Do you believe in that or not?
General, I'm not trying to put you in a bad box. I'm just trying to explain to the American people who the Iranians are and what they're up to. That's all I'm trying to do. Do you agree with me that they are a very destabilizing influence in the Mideast? They're the largest state sponsor of terrorism, and we should know that?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. Finally, as to the Marine Corps, you've indicated that in 1975, the Marine Corps was a place that was in a bad spot. You've come a long way. Do you agree with me that if we impose sequestration and we fully implement it by 2021, the Marine Corps will be in a bad spot?
Yes, Senator.
At a time we need the Marine Corps the most.
We would not be able to provide the capabilities that we need to provide to the nation.
In your time as a Marine, have you ever seen a larger need for the United States Marine Corps than today in terms of the threats we face?
Senator, this is a very challenging time, and I think this is a time when a force like the Marine Corps would have great capability for the nation.
Thank you very much.